Hi guys, and welcome back to Virche Evermore. I know I'm Error Salvation, so I know I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm never good at getting the names right. So anyway, let's continue on with our beautiful Lucas's route. I'm so excited. He's our long hair beauty. So hope he doesn't go super yandere on us. I have a feeling he might though. Alright. Yeah, I do have a bit of a cough. Maybe it's a curse. I don't know. But try to bear with me. I'm sorry.
だからそもそも一気飲み自体がはしたねえんだって言ってんだよ。
My mouth hung open slightly from seeing the two of them so lighthearted with each other. Hey, his friend. What?
これで二人がお前を差別するようなやつじゃねえって分かったろ。
That must have been why Adolphe asked me. Seeing that the tea I brewed for them was consumed as soon as I served it allowed me to breathe a sigh of relief. Yeah, she's used to people being mean to her. Out of fear. Mother brought some sweets to the table for our guests, giving us the opportunity for a formal introduction.
それじゃあ改めて自己紹介を。
Yes, please.
俺はイブ。
Eve. Okay. I'm gonna hit the glossary, see what this is. A young man who lives in Koene and works at his business as Kurune. Like Adolphe, he also works as a member of the corps. Okay. So literally it's just background for him. I probably won't ever hit that again unless I have no idea what they're talking about.
クーネの方でクルーンっていう。
Kurun. Okay.
どんな雑用でもこなすいわゆる何でも屋さんの店長をやってます。兼業で自警団にも所属してるけどね。
I promise I'm going to listen very intently to how they pronounce things.
おお、ちなみにまだリライバーじゃない人間。年は数え間違ってなければ18かな。
We're the same age.
で、俺はヒューゴ。同じくクルーンと自警団の二足わらじで、クルーンじゃイブの部下で友人。
Okay.
出身はシュディだが、今はクーネ暮らしのリライバー。年はそこそこおっさんだ。この人よしともどもよろしく頼む。
Kune. Okay. So you two are the Kroon handyman?
俺たちの店のこと知ってるの？
Yeah, people were chatting. Yes, even though I've never visited. All I know is that your guild takes care of anything, no matter how difficult. That's pretty cool. Jack of all trades. I've also heard from the people of Kun how trustworthy you two are.
へえ。施設からめったに出ないって噂のあんたにまで評判が届いてるとは。俺らも有名になったもんだ。開業した時は全然客が来なくて、食うもんにも困ってたのによ。
Well, that's usually how it starts.
懐かしいね。あの頃はそのあたりの草を引っこ抜いて、なんとか調理して食べてたっけ。君はセレスだよね。アドルフから常々話は聞いてるよ。
Yes, I'm sorry for not introducing myself sooner. You kind of scared me when I saw you last night. Thank you very much for taking care of working with Adolphe. I gave a respectful nod to Eve. Eve. As I stammered out my somewhat awkward introduction. Girl, I understand.
面白い表現する子だな。
Introverts
確かに
understand.
俺たちは自警団の仲間として互いに助けられての関係かもね。まあ、間違ってはいねえな。
じゃ、自己紹介も終わったことだし、そろそろ本題に入るか。
They both sat up straight with serious expressions.
昨晩、近くの路地で起きた大量死事件。
That's true. We were there. I was there. I saw the aftermath and got
俺たちは
splashed
そ
with
の第
blood.
一発見者である君に聞き取り調査をさせてもらいに来たんだ。
And here's the thing: the first witness or the person who finds bodies is always the first suspect in these situations. Yeah. The mood in the room became tense.
厳密にはクルーンじゃなく自警団の仕事なんだけどな。
この格好で来させたのは俺の指示だ。クルーンとしての姿の方がああいう暴走しがちな連中を抑えやすい。
Eve then took out a notepad and pen from his pocket.
君にとっては思い出すのも辛い悲惨な記憶だろうけど、無理をしない程度に当時の状況を俺たちに教えてくれないかな。
Yes. But I was panicking back then, so it's possible that my memory is lacking in parts. Yeah, that's usually. First, eyewitness accounts sometimes do that. A lot of times do that. I somehow mustered the strength to nod, as it was about the only thing I could do now. I told them what led me into the alley and what I saw at the gruesome scene. Ugh. I brought up every detail I could remember, at times using gestures when words alone couldn't capture the unspeakable elements. Too many details is also a problem, by the way.
なるほど。悲鳴や争うような物音は最初から最後まで一切聞こえなかったんだ。
Oh no, we heard dripping sounds, so that means that we were there after the happens. Not as far as I can remember. What brought me there was the sound of dripping blood, which I thought was water.
ってことは、その時にはもう大半が死んでたか。
Yeah, they bled
最後
out.
に死んだ二人はおそらく
That could take
お
time.
前が路地に入る直前に死んだな。
ずーっとむしられた方
Yeah,
の
they
可能
bled
性
out.
が
See,
でかいか。
I play too many murder mystery games.
多分ね。殺された方はほとんどが即死だし、何より彼女は犯人の姿を見ていない。
Sorry, one of her right eye kind of throws me off whenever I look at her because her hair is blocking it, so it looks like a heart. Sorry, keeps distracting me. What do you mean when you say they bled out from the gouging? They probably
実はな、昨夜死体を回収する際、俺たちなりに軽く見聞してみたんだが、
they had their eyes gouged out? Like, what do you mean?
死体の惨状は主に2種類に分かれていた。
Okay. For the glance, Adolphe had Eve's and Hugo. Hugo continue. Sorry. I want to call him Ives. I'm sorry. Or yeah, Ives.
一つは被害者の胸が鋭い何かで肉ごとえぐられ。
Is that gouging? Probably the other one.
いや、むしられたかのような跡がある。原因不明の変死死体。
Ew. Gross. And the others?
胸にどでかい穴がばっくり開いて、と
Oh.
どめと言わんばかりに心臓の位置に短剣が刺さっていた。
So they were taking body parts. Okay.
こっちは正真正銘他殺死体だな。
Okay. Though the causes of death sounded similar, the slight difference in them unsettled me and made it hard to breathe.
ひどすぎて危うく夕飯で食った料理吐くかと思ったぜ。あんたよく悲鳴だけで済んだな。
I probably would have thrown up. Not gonna
他
lie.
の団員たちは普通に吐いてたけどな。
Yeah.
たく、揃いも揃って情けね。
Get some PTSD while doing that job.
みんなあの後ちゃんとご飯食べ直したかな。胃を空っぽのままにしてないか心配だね。
I don't know. What is this very
俺
metallic
らの反応
smelling? I
が
don't
普
know.
通なんだよ。あとイブ、心配するところはそこじゃねえ。
The conversation was moving a bit off topic. So what you're saying is that the people in the alley didn't die because of the curse?
ああ、
Well,
あんたが目撃した通り、
obviously.
全員漏れなく血まみれだ。安らかに息を引き取ったやつはいないね。胸から出血しているって意味では両方共通してるが。
So they were taking their hearts.
あくまで自主組織に過ぎない俺たちには、これ以上遺体を調べることができない。
Well, that sucks.
検視も被害者たちの身元確認も、後から合流する、王族直属の近衛兵たちに任せることになるだろうね。
I would be very terrible at this job. I would be investigating and looking at the bodies as closely as possible. The Royal Guard. Strange mood filled the room as soon as the words were spoken.
死体はひとまず葬儀屋に依頼して冷凍保存してもらってる。
I gotta keep them refrigerated.
多分近衛兵たちの到着は数日後になるだろうし、合流が遅いならこっちもそれまでの時間を有効に使えるね。
ああ、
Mm.
法に反しない範囲で奴らが動く前に撃てる手は撃っておく。気にするなってのは無理があるが、周辺住民からの声や視線は極力無視しろ。
Well, you should tell them. Thanks, I understand. It's not much we can do. Like, with the questioning over, I finally took in a deep breath. So, Adolphe, what's going to happen to the deceased? As long as their deaths are reported to the Institute, they'll be able to revive as relivers, right?
どうだろうな。まずは身元が判明しねえと。
Oh, they don't
なんと
have...
もだ。
So you can put them... Do you guys not have DNA or teeth or
た
fingerprinting?
だあの中に数人、以前巡回の際に見かけた奴がいたが。
So, you're telling me you can put a dead person in a new body, but you don't have fingerprinting or dental records? At all? Kind of a weird jump in science.
確かあいつらは遺伝子と記憶、どちらもまだバックアップを取ってなかったはず。
Well, that's unfortunate. Which means they're officially dead. There's no way for them to revive in their cloned bodies.
そういうことになる。
So someone's killing non-relivers. Okay. That's horrible.
仮にリライバーとして蘇ることができる被害者がいたとしても、記憶は研究所でバックアップを取った時点のものまでしか再現されない。
Okay.
事件当時、一体あの場で何が起きたのか聞き取ることはまず不可能ね。
In other words, nothing more could be done. Witnessing someone dying and coming back to life was a daily occurrence for many of us. But the pile of mutilated bodies found last night was so outside the norm that everyone was finding it difficult to process. All of the teacups on the table were now empty, but the expressions on everyone's faces were far from satisfied. Why would they be satisfied with tea? I'm never satisfied with just a drink. After our conversation, Adolphe and the others decided to collect additional accounts before moving forward. Since the incident happened near the orphanage, we decided to speak with the children to see if anyone had encountered any strange people or events in the area. They split up and began making their way through the facility simultaneously. I don't think they would have. Knowing his way around, Adolphe disappeared. Mother showed Hugo to another area of the facility, while I led Eve elsewhere. Really trying. Where did he go? I was just showing him around, but now I was standing confused in an empty hallway. The moment I took my eyes off him, the children grabbed him by the arm and sped away. He had become separated so quickly that I was at a loss. Seems to be a very kind person, so I can understand why they took a liking to him. But he was still our guest and a member of the corps, so we shouldn't be bothering him while he was here on serious business. But he wanted to ask the kids anyway, so. As I wondered where he could be, I turned a corner to discover...
ねえお兄ちゃん、
Oh, God.
どうしてお兄ちゃんはそんな変なお面をかぶっているの？
Oh my gosh, children have no filter! Ah! I instantly stopped and gasped at the blunt but innocent question. When children ask you stupid questions like that, you gotta just go. Don't take offense. Children are... they don't understand what they're doing sometimes. A little further from me was Eve, crouching down to meet the children's eye level, take the mask off and scare them. That's what my dad did. I'm not gonna go into that story. He didn't have a mask. He was in the ER, but it was different. One of the young children was staring straight at his mask with curiosity. I knew I should step in and reprimand them for asking a guest something so rude. I have to scold them, but I found myself frozen in place. And I knew why. It was because I had a feeling that I knew the answer.
顔を隠すなんて犯罪者か泥棒ぐらいなんじゃないの？
It's only half a mask. You can see half of his face, so that doesn't...
お兄ちゃん、悪い人なの？
Why would you ask a bad guy that question? Because if it's a bad guy, he's gonna say, yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Or the bad guy's gonna say no.
そんなことはないと思うんだけどな。
I need to figure out what whose voice actor is. He sounds really familiar.
違うなら外して身の潔白を証明してよ。
They want to traumatize themselves. Suddenly, the child reached out to him. His tiny fingers grasped the edge of the mask to uncover the mysterious truth beneath. Don't be a little shit, kid. Yeah, smack that kid. Yave quickly avoided it just in time, standing up and out of reach of the child, holding down the mask with his own hand. Yeah, don't touch things. As though to avoid another request by the child, Eve began to speak.
お兄ちゃんはちょっと昔
It's none of your damn business, kid.
顔に大きな怪我を負ってね。その後がまだ消えずに残ってるんだ。
It's okay, babe. It's okay.
見た人がびっくりしてトラウマにしてしまうぐらいひどい跡だから。
Aww.
誰も怖がらせないようにこの仮面をつけて生活してるんだよ。
ふーん。
Perhaps disappointed by the answer, the child turned around and walked off without a fuss. Little brat. Eve looked on with a troubled smile on his face. Brat. He then quickly turned around and...
Oh.
Yeah, don't get taken by children, dude. It's not that hard. He finally noticed me standing there quietly. Yeah. I walked toward him and bowed my head. I'm sorry, I need to tell him not to be so rude. He'd probably be scared of us too, to be perfectly
仕
honest.
方ないよ。あの年頃の子は好奇心の塊だしね。俺も昔は大人を質問攻めにしたっけ。
Yeah, but they need to be told not to be rude like that, or else they will continue into adulthood to be rude little shits.
それよりちょうどいい機会だから君に聞きたいことがあって。
You're the one who disappeared. You were with me alone before. What is it?
その昨日事件に遭遇する直前あのリコリス畑で俺と会ったよね。
Yeah, I was there. Yes. I nodded quietly since there was no point in hiding the fact now.
そっか。
Probably for your best
やっぱり君だっ
interest
たん
to
だ
say
ね。
that. Because now he has you there instead of murdering people.
俺あの時からずっと
Mm-hmm.
君と二人だけで話をしてみたかったんだ。君と俺が初めて出会った昔のことを。
I mean, it was only 7 years ago. Eve was finally addressing the past that we had both avoided until now. I mean, I shared the same sentiment. I wanted to confirm his identity and apologize for what happened.
もう君もうっすら気づいてると思うけど。
Mm-hmm. But please not yet.
俺は7年前
Mm-hmm. I was still...
あの火事の中君と一緒にいた。
I still wasn't ready to face that nightmare. Wait. A strange, indescribable smell hit me. The sudden odor wafting through stopped Eve from saying anything further. smells like some kind of medicine. I think it's coming from over there.
アドルフ、ヒューゴ、そっちで何かあったのか？
Hmm.
あれ、気にすんな。うちの悪ガキがやらかしただけだ。
Oh, go. Eh? At the sound of Adolphe's sharp voice, Eve and I tilted our heads at the same time. I'm confused too. What? What'd he do?
おい見ろ、
Hmm.
床にぶちまけたこのやたらとくせえ液状の薬品。これは一体何だ？どっから調達してきた？
Is he taking something?
こんないかにもな実験用の薬品、クーネのどこにも売ってねえだろ。
うっせえな。めったに帰ってこねえやつが偉そうに。別にどっからでもいいだろ。
Yeah, but he's corpse, so it does matter.
いや、よくねえ。この際出どころは置いておくとしても。お前、なんでこの瓶を持ってこそこそ厨房に向かおうとした？
Was he gonna poison us?
まさかとは思うが、何かしらの食品や飲み物に混ぜて誰かに盛ろうとしてたんじゃねえだろうな。
He's trying to probably poison us specifically. Little shit. Kick him out of the orphanage. I can't hear what they're saying, but are they they're arguing, right?
俺が少し様子を見てくれよ。
Yeah, it's best to let her know, especially if he's trying to kill her. Just as Eve was about to see what was going on with Adolphe, as if calling out to someone's beloved, as if sending out a greeting of joy from reuniting again. What's going on?
セレス！
Oh god, did I die? What's going on? It was the same trigger of that nightmare. The explosion of crimson light flashing. What happened? What's going on? Okay. What's going on? Is this Hugo's point of view? It's just someone's point of view.
まあ、リュカ先生。あの子を心配して
Lucas!
お見舞いに来てくださったの？
え
Hi,
え、大事な
beautiful.
教え子が痛ましい事件に遭遇したと聞いて、いても立ってもいられず、
You're so pretty.
彼女の様子はいかがですか？必要ならば私の方で話を。これは薬品種。
Experiment with the children.
サロメさん、子供たちを相手
It
に
sounds
科学
sinister.
の実験授業でもされているのですか？
No.
いいえ、まさか。基本的にうちの子たちの授業はすべて先生に一任していますし、そもそもそんな用途に使える薬品なんてうちの施設には。
That little shit catch the house on fire. Oh, explosion. Stupid. It's always... See, they tried to kill her and ended up killing everyone else. Someone else probably tried to set the orphanage on fire to kill her in her room, but it didn't work and it killed everyone else. She's not causing anything. Holy crap. The embers flooded in the air as the smell of burning stung my nose. Jeez. No, I can't scream. My throat hurts too much. Eves, wake up. Eves was lying on his back, and while I couldn't see any major burns, his body was covered in blood and ash. I desperately pumped his chest with my hands in an effort to save him from death. I also gotta breathe into his mouth. Get air in his lungs. But no matter how many times I repeated the process, neither his pulse nor his breathing returned. Oh no,
セ
sweetie!
レス、もうよせ。
No! I refuse.
交代で処置を始めてから30分は経ってる。
I refuse.
イブはも
No. No, I won't give up. He's protected me again from the explosion, and now this isn't fair. I was reliving what happened 7 years ago. That's why this time I need to save him.
うよせって言ってんだ。これ以上イブの体を無駄に傷つけるな。
Why? I mean, don't injure him, yeah. He grabbed my arm and pried me away from Eve's cold body. Aww. I slumped down to the floor. Poor thing. Lucas took my place next to Eve's and began checking his pulse.
リライバーには。
なれねえよ。こいつはまだバックアップを取ってね
I like Eve. Lucas closed his eyes silently. Jeez, this game is making me want to cry. It's still the beginning. You seem to be feeling regret for not arriving sooner to extinguish the fire.
急ぎ連絡を入れたので、病院の方たち
Aw,
が
I like
すぐに到
Eve.
着するかと。
I thought he was a route. Is he not a route? I thought he was.
死亡判断がしやすいよう、服の前を広げても。
I bet he has a tattoo. Bet you anything he has a tattoo.
俺がやる。下がっててくれ。
Hey, isn't that the dagger we like? Dolphin took out his trusted dagger and began to cut through Eve's shirt. His unmoving chest was fully exposed now. Does he have it? Dolphin bit his lip with frustration. He then angrily threw the dagger behind himself.
子供やサロメさんを避難させているヒューゴさんとやらにはこれから報告を。
Aww.
ああ。だが、どう
They get-
告げたもんかな。あいつにとってイブは、それ
Aww.
こそ世界の何よりも優先するような一番の親友だったんだ。
I swear, I thought Eve's... He was on my wheel, so he must have been around. I'm... Okay, I'll shut up. I could hear their conversation, but most of it was cloudy in my mind. The only thing I was certain of was... It's my fault. He met me. Aw. And I cursed him. Eve's died because I killed him. Oh, girl, it's not your fault that little brat set something on fire and it blew up. I looked down at the floor as I mumbled. The dagger that Adolphe threw behind him was right next to me. No, I know where this is going. Don't do it. I grasped his handle and stood up quietly. As Adolphe and Lucas grieved. Is this where we walk off? To the field? At the beginning? I walked outside through the crumbled wall. And no one noticed. Without a single soul noticing my departure, I slowly made my way to the field of Lycris. Is this because she like had that knife? Okay. There was no indication that anyone knew she had vanished in the midst of the tragedy. As sharp as the two of them were, they were far too absorbed by the loss of their friend.
イブ君、君には別の養護施設で数回勉強を教えたことがありましたね。
How much older is he than us? I thought he wasn't that much older. I mean, we're 18, I guess.
その頃から私は
19.
君が困った人を決して見捨てないとてもいい子だと尊敬すらしていましたよ。ですが、どうやらそれは
What?
勘違いだったようです。
Lucas smiled weakly as he brushed away Eve's ash-covered hair from his mask.
こんな形で彼女の心に
Oh, that's
消
what
え
he
ない
meant. I
傷
was
を
like,
残してい
what?
くなどなんて君は悪い子なんだ。
What's going on? Lucas reached out and lightly laid his palm against Eve's chest, as though scolding a young child. What? What did he do? Oh. That was a ribcage crack. Okay, here we go. This is where we begin. I found myself in a familiar place, awaiting my punishment. Under the leaden sky, I sat alone in a field of black lycris surrounded by the symbol of death. Black lycris swayed as if welcoming my decision as one of their own. My weakened hand was a single dagger that I could barely grasp. The dagger I took from that place. I guess this is it. The word sparked my memory. I slowly began to recall the faces of all the people I had killed thus far. You didn't do jack diddly squat! Sorry. Now I get to go through the first of the many souls that were lost. It's a young man of 18 years old who had been in the care of the orphanage. I liked him. I thought of him as my older brother, the one who would play with me whenever I wanted. But his gentle soul did not receive death's blessing, and in 6 months after our first meeting... I really want to skip this, because we already read this. The last episode. Cursed blood spewed from his dying lips. The second was a frail young girl at the orphanage with whom I shared a room and befriended. She's far too young to be loved by death. One morning I woke in the bed that we slept in together only to discover she was dead. Well, you said she was frail. Her cold, breathless body lying next to me with eyes rolled back and mouth agape. That's not you. That was her being frail. You even said she was frail. And then all the people at the orphanage that burnt down. Third, a sisterly young woman who stayed with me out of concern for the grieving girl who had lost 2 companions in such a short time. I think someone's like killing these people around her. The fourth, the friendly twins who fawned over me as though I was their own sister. The fifth, a worker at the orphanage who was unsettled by the sight of my isolated existence. Like, none of this is her fault. The sixth, the seventh, and the eighth. Yeah, we already read this, guys. I don't need a recap of something I read earlier. I don't need it. And then the fire, and I've seen this 3 times. I really don't want to see that. Oh yeah, in that place. That makes sense. You didn't kill those people. That's a serial killer. Huh? How many have I counted? I don't know, but Eve is cutie.
死神だ。あの娘は死神だ。あいつの周囲にいる人間はみんな、この国の呪いが身を蝕む前に殺される。あの火災も、大量の死体も、あいつが呪いによって引き起こし、殺したものに違いない。
Yes, let's talk shit about the girl who has curse powers that can kill you horrifically. Because that makes a whole lot of sense. Maybe be nice to the people that can murder you. Just thinking. And hope they don't. Yes, that may be so. Everything must be my fault. It's not fault. It's not your fault. Even the incident in the back alley. I killed them with my power stuff. They were dead before you got there. Who else could it be but the one responsible for the deaths of those who were kind to me? I shouldn't even know the people in the alleyway. It was a serial killer. Or a murderer. Positioned the dagger in my hand. A dagger that was his treasure, not mine. I don't know, he kind of tossed that to the side. I wouldn't call that a treasure. The cold light that gleamed from it felt to me like the warmth of a hearth. This is very Romeo Juliet ending-ish. Except, you know, no romance right now. I pointed it to my neck. I couldn't let fear take hold of me now. With each passing day I lived as death. More lives were lost, wilting away and scattering like lycris petals. They wilted, they scattered, they went up in flames. I could no longer bear it. Dear God. I have killed so many people. You didn't do anything! Sorry. I accept that I am a sinner. I have no right to live again. I strengthened my grip on the hilt of the dagger to stop my hands from shaking. And as a single teardrop fell, I brought it toward my throat.
ほう。
Woo! Hello, who are you?
死神の少女が死の花園にてその命を散らすか。
Who are you?
実に惹かれる光景だが、いささかそれは請求だ。
Wait, did we rewind time? Because he appeared before me suddenly. Oh! Hello? Hi, you're cute too!
仮にも自らを神だと名乗るなら。
Why was I holding him? I guess it's a long dagger.
行為の存在らしく、もっとずぶとく傲慢に。
You're so pretty, sir. Sir.
人間たちを陥れ、嘲笑いながら生きても許されると思うけど。
Is he death? Why is he saying puny humans? He gave a wide grin as his red eyes curved mischievously. He reached out to me with a frail hand. His bare fingers wrapped around the blade of the dagger pointed at my throat, spilling a significant amount of his own blood. Ugh. I know I should have been angry to be robbed of a death I wanted, but... You're bleeding. I was trying to kill myself so that no one else would come to harm. It wouldn't make sense for someone to die alongside me. Let go right now. You need to stop the bleeding.
やれやれ。
I mean...
優しいのは結構だが、落ち着きたまえ。
Woo! The person who appeared out of nowhere rested his bloodied finger against my lips.
言ったろ。もっと君はずぶとく傲慢であるべきだ。
I like this guy. I'm doing Lucas's route. He slowly moved his finger. I like him a lot. The color traced over my lips like lipstick, painting them red. An indescribable shiver ran down my spine, preventing me from moving away. Not gonna lie. Kind of into it. The blood dripped on his finger dripped down my lips and into my mouth. Instead of iron, it tasted like sweet nectar. Are you a vampire? Oh, so he's not human. Okay, I kind of figured. Huh? Just as I was about to ask him more, is it Tsukiyomi? Wait, your wound's already healed. Who are you? Teach me your ways, senpai. The mysterious man had a bewitching presence that didn't seem to be of this world. He smiled eerily and spoke. He did literally just tell you he wasn't human.
はじめまして、死神のお嬢さん。
Are you actually a Shinigami?
私はこの国の死の番人。
Oh.
悲劇に嘆く麗しい姫君にとある契約を持ちかけるべく冥界より馳せ参じた。
Okay.
私との約束を果たしたら、君を普通の女の子に生まれ変わらせてあげよう。
Well, what are the terms, though? What are the terms, attractive, scary man? Ah! I'm gonna enjoy this, but I'll probably have to cut it out because I always get copyright struck. Alright. These intros have no right being as good as they are sometimes. I wish I could keep it in, but it'll copyright me. I can't do that, unfortunately. That was good. So yes, Eve is a main route character. So I wonder how he survives.
だがしかし、どこかの国では、追う方こそが鬼だと呼ばれるものらしい。あながちそれは間違っていないだろう。命を借り、逃げる鬼を追い、怪物となった子供は、罪なき手のひらにナイフを握る。
Huh, okay.
はじめまして、死神のお嬢さん。
Hi, beautiful. I love these. I love...
私はこの国の死の番人、アンク。
Hi, uncle.
悲劇に嘆く麗しい姫君にとある契約を持ちかけるべく冥界より馳せ参じた。私との約束を果たしたら、
He's so pretty.
君を
Everyone's
普
pretty.
通の女の子に生まれ変わらせてあげよう。
I swear, if we had a female lead who was like this attractive. Like, she's cute too. Watchman of Death, contract. But like, he's ethereal, man. Like, he is beautiful and dangerous looking. I love it. I didn't understand what he was trying to say. It means he wants to have you do something for him, so he'll do something for you. Before I knew it, the rain around us moved away, as if fearing his presence. Dangerous. I love it. Ah, I love it. Sorry. This Anku watchman was observing my confusion with glee. It literally appeared from in front of me out of nowhere. First thought that came to mind upon seeing him was suspicion. Well, I would be suspicious too. He literally said he came from hell. Like, still. Well, Hades, whatever. And his wound healed. I would be very freaking suspicious. The deep wound that the dagger should have left on the palm of his hand vanished without a trace in a matter of seconds. See, plenty of suspicions. It was difficult to imagine that he could be some ordinary person with delusions of grandeur. He literally said he wasn't human. And everything you have seen so far shows that he's not human. Either he's using some kind of trick to hide the wound, or he wasn't really injured in the first place. The wound in the blood I saw could have been faked. How? So he knew that you were going to be here to do what you're going to do with the dagger, and he prepared this whole setup. Yeah, sure, It's easier to believe that he was just some fallen angel from hell that decided to come and talk to you. But that wouldn't explain what I felt when he cut open his hand on the dagger's blade. The blood from his finger that dripped into my mouth seemed real too. But it didn't taste like blood though. Took a step back to put distance between us before asking him a question. Let me ask you one more time. Who and what are you? How'd you get in my way? How did you heal yourself? That's not a question, that's like 5.
そんなに私という男に興味があるのかい?
Yes, very much so, yes. Yes. Huh?
対面早々そこまで熱く迫ら
I
れる
love
と
him. He's my favorite so far.
男冥利に尽きるじゃないか。ぜひこのまま私と共にこの花園で秘密の仰せを
That would
お誘いしたいところだが。残念なことにこの口説き文句を君はお気に召さなかったらしいね。
Aww. Is he the secret route?
可能な限り質問に応じることでご機嫌取りをさせてもらおうか。
He's so... I love the character design in this. He spoke with a graceful bow.
先ほど名乗った通り、私はこの国の死を司る番人。
So have you been watching us this whole time?
世界の底に存在する死者が住まう冥界にて、この国で終焉を迎えた者たちの魂の管理を任されている。
Do they not like that people are not dying here?
とはいえ、この国には極端に短命か、いびつな転生を繰り返す者しかいないゆえ、いささか退屈なのだがね。
Uncle let out a chuckle.
だからこそ、私はずっと君と会える日を心待ちにしていたんだ。同胞の姫君、セレス。
Partner? Well, he literally said he is the watchman of death and your death, so... Anko grinned, yeah.
君が自称していたではないか。
Yeah.
自分は死神だと。
And he's the watchman of death, so yeah, you're partners.
魂が死で満ちている君と死を司る私。
Exactly.
まさに同胞と呼ぶにふさわしい。違うかい?
The things he said didn't make any sense. The more I heard, the more confused I became. I am fully understanding what he's dropping. What he's putting down, what he's saying. It's like someone was forcing me to listen to a fairy tale they made up on themselves. You literally think you kill people just by being in their presence. Still. You really don't think there's gonna be a... It's just... There's something about the words that penetrated my heart. What he's saying is true. That means my soul really is the soul of death. Hearing it confirmed in this way didn't sadden me, since it was the very reason I had sought to kill myself. Like I said. I wouldn't mind having him as a partner. No matter how many times I glanced at him warily, he seemed completely unbothered. If I didn't find a way to end our conversation soon, I wouldn't be able to carry out my plan to kill myself. He's not gonna let that happen. Uncle, let me ask you something. If I really am death, then why was I born as a human in this country? Why does my existence bring death to those around me? Can you answer that?
もちろん知っているとも。それは君がのを有しているからで。
What? Can he not say it? I couldn't hear what he was trying to say. Seeing me tilt my head quizzically, Anko rubbed his throat a little with his fingers. It's like, why am I speaking in static? Spoke again, but I still couldn't hear him clearly.
なるほど。
Like, you're not allowed to tell her. Okay.
あれの影響か。肝心な時に役に立たない分際でとことん私の邪魔をしてくれる。
Is there a problem with us speaking?
いや、すまない。一応は私も神に近い存在だからね。どうやら権限に伴い、現世のものへの過度な干渉を世界そのものから禁じられてしまったようだ。
Oh, okay.
私としても、今すぐにこの真実を君へ伝えたかっただけに、
Well, technically,
本当に残念だよ。
technically you told me twice, I just couldn't hear it. Is that so? Sound like an exaggeration to me. Girl, you literally saw him try to tell you twice, and you heard static. But judging from the look on his face, he seemed to want to tell me something.
ともあれ、
Can he write it down?
私は大事な同胞である君を救うために現れた。
Mm-hmm.
このまま死を見届け、真の故郷たる冥界へ招くのも救いの一つではあるのだろうが、理不尽な不幸に翻弄され、人々に蔑まれたまま死ぬというのも、いささか悔しくはないかね。
Sorry, I'm just like mesmerized by his character design. I'm a sucker for guys with like the white gray hair and the red eyes. Plus the gold on the black. Ugh. He's just so beautiful. Anko asked me in a way that did not even attempt to hide his intentions. What are you trying to say?
そのままの意味さ。
Oh, he's so well done. So I heard that the artist from this game is actually gonna be in another game, or be part of another Idea Factory game. I don't remember it comes. I think they announced it the last was it Idea Factory presentation or whatever. But I'm excited. I'm super excited.
どうして私ばかりがこんな目に。贅沢は望まないから普通の人間のように暮らしたい。
This art is amazing. I am in love with it.
君は優しいが無
Everyone
欲
looks
で
so
もない
good.
そういったことを考えたのは一度や二度じゃないだろう。
I'm gonna say I'm kind of pissed off at our MC right now. She needs to grow a backbone. Well, can't deny that. I really need her to like step it up as a MC main character, I guess. I shifted my gaze away, but I could still see him grinning in the corner of his eye. I mean, I understand why she is the way she is,
そこ
but
で先ほど私が持ちかけた契約だ。
I need character progression with her.
実を
I
言
don't
うと、
like weak
現状この国は死に
MCs
愛されているのではなく、
unless it's like the high school one and they're supposed to be
死
ridiculous.
に愛されすぎている国となり、呪い以外にも多くの死がはびこっている。君もすでにその一つに遭遇しているだろう。
Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, could you be referring to what happened in the alley? Because I triggered something to bring about death?
君の呪いは人を花のように美しく倒り散らす呪いだ。あんな血と臓物をまき散らすだけの粗暴な死に様と一緒にしないでくれ。
Oh, so he's telling her that wasn't her fault. Okay. I felt like he was trying to pay me a compliment, but it didn't make me happy at all. It's like that gruesome sight wasn't because of you. So what you're saying is that the incident had nothing to do with me. That was done by someone else?
断言はできないが、おそらく。
Just give me a straight answer, dude. Hanko played with his long hair, luscious long hair, continuing as if I had touched on an important point.
死者が増えすぎて、冥界側というより、この国の担当である私が 非常に困っているんだ。
So I need to figure out who's killing these
こ
people?
のままでは輪廻のバランスが崩壊することは必然。
The wait line is too long. You need to make it stop.
そこで散らされる命の削減を同胞たる君に願いたい。
But how is she supposed to do that? She doesn't even know how to
すな
stop
わ
it.
ち人々の救済だ。
But how?
私と契約を結んだ上でこの国に救ういずれかの死の真実にたどり着いたその時は、お礼として私の力で君を普通の人間の女の子へ戻してあげよう。
You're like, okay, and if I
誰
fail?
も死なせることのない幸福に生きることができる少女にね。
Yeah, but how long do I live for though? An ordinary girl. I'd long to hear those words all my life. Yeah, he said that earlier though.
さあどうかな。
I'd be like, I need this written down and I need to look it over.
奪うのではなく誰かを救うことで幸福を得ることができるのだよ。君にとって決して悪い提案じゃないと思うんだが。
There's no sweeter temptation for me than the very thing he proposed. I've killed so many people already, including my savior, Eve's. So I don't think I have the right to be happy.
やれやれ。私の同胞は難儀な性格をしているな。一体誰に似たのだか。
Maybe by being born the way she was and seeing people she liked to die.
そこは渡りに船だと喜び深く考えずに乗ればいいもの。
Never do that. I always think things through.
ああ、ただあの仮面をつけた青年については心配いらないよ。
Why? Huh?
彼の魂が冥界に招かれた記憶はない。おそらく今頃
Yeah,
無
Lucas
事に
did
息を
something.
吹き返しているはずだ。
I heard ribs cracking, so maybe he like shoved his hand in his chest and like massaged his heart to start it up again. Are you sure?
ああ、嘘だと思うのなら、
うん
今からでも無事を確かめてくるといい。
Alright, let's go back.
そしてそのまま一度日常に戻り契約について考えてみてくれ。
Take the dagger back to Adolphe though. We kind of
そ
stole
う
his
すれ
dagger.
ばいやが王にも君はまた新たな死に向き合うことになるだろう。果たして優しい君がそれを放置してまで自らの死を選ぶか。私はこのリコリスの花園から高みの見物をさせてもらうよ。
How can you watch me? Does he have a crystal ball? Where would fall victim to that mysterious, gruesome death? Anko shared his prediction with a mocking smile.
それではまたいずれ。
So I guess make it my job
良
part.
い返事を期待している。君に黒きリコリスの祝福があらんこと。
They're very beautiful flowers. He prayed with an eerie smile on his face. Oof, and then he disappears into the wind. With petals fluttering. The crisp petals flew up into the air, and just like that, Anko melted into the darkness and disappeared. He's hot. I like him a lot. Girl, he's not. I almost felt like I had been dreaming. But the lingering taste of blood on my lips told me that it was no dream. Yeah, it's probably still there. It's a very delicious blood. Maybe he was still watching me now, lurking closer than I could even imagine. I would take him up on the deal, honestly. Walked around to organize my thoughts. The Watchman of Death. I've never heard of such a thing before. So he's like the ferryman, so he said he was guiding souls down to Hades. But with what happened to his wound, not to mention the nature of his presence, I wouldn't be surprised if he really wasn't human. Girl, I would be... You can clone people in this world. Whether to take him up on his offer or not was another story. Terms of the contract he proposed were too good to be true. Agreed. He already knows the deaths before. Why didn't he come to contact me sooner? Come into contact with me sooner. Sorry, my bad. I was myself the source of many deaths that had claimed the lives of those here through one misfortune or another. I think that was supposed to happen, though. The murderers, not so much. Anko, the Watchman of Death, claimed to come from Hades. Gonna save. Psh, like I'm not gonna accept it. I'm gonna think about it. Of course we're gonna accept. I'd accept. I'd better first confirm whether or not what he was saying is the truth. Yeah, go see if Eves is alive. If the murders in the alley were just the beginning, Dolphy and the others would be in danger. I couldn't die now without sharing with them what I knew. I mean, they're pretty sure that it was someone doing it. My heart jumped at suddenly being grabbed behind the shoulders. Is it Eve? I slowly turned around to look behind me. It was Eve? He's the only one who knows I come here. Adolphe? Why are you yelling at me? What did I do? What did I do?
昨夜お前を見つけるまでどれだけ心配したと思ってる
Oh, she stayed out all night. Okay. After my encounter, Adolphe found me near the beach, bringing me back to the orphanage at daybreak.
マムなんてお前が俺の探検を持っていなくなったのに気づいた途端
Wait, you didn't notice that I took the dagger and ran?
ぶっ倒れたまままだ目を覚ましてねえんだぞ
Poor mother. I'm so sorry. I have no excuse. Even after the fire happened, I still ended up causing more trouble. Yes.
だから俺が言いたいのは
You should have.
そういうことじゃん
Instead of staying at the beach, you should have gone back and thought about it so everyone wasn't worried.
アドルフ、気持ちはわかるけど、
Adolf.
もうその辺にしておいたら。
I keep saying Adolphe. Sorry. Because it's Japanese, I think the E should sound with eh. Adolf. Adolf. Listen, I want to
俺
sound
がもっ
like
と早
Adolf.
く息を吹き返してたら、彼女も思い詰めて逃げ出したりはしなかっただろうし。
I swear I will get these names right. Yves was lying on my bed, wearing some loose clothing. Despite his condition, he was trying to calm Adolphe down. It's probably Adolf. I'm gonna say Adolf. Cleared as though he wasn't hurt, but the bandages suggested otherwise. How'd they revive him?
それよりも別に、
You're so
彼女
pretty.
に本当に伝えたいことがあるんじゃないの？
Say I'm glad that you're alive. Adolphe held my shoulders with both hands and bowed his head with relief.
お前が無事で
You're so handsome.
本当によかった
You're handsome.
お前に何かあったら俺は自分自身を一生許せそうにない
Aww.
もう二度と俺の前から黙っていなくなったりするな
Oh, he has pretty nails. Everyone does. I could feel Adolphe's hands shaking. I'm sorry. Wasn't just saying it as a reflex. I really did mean it as a heartfelt apology. Aw. Yeah, she probably should have gone home after Anko left. Anko, yeah. Later, I was told about what happened after I left. Fortunately, the explosion didn't cause much damage outside the hallway. Lucas happened to arrive on the scene and helped with the extinguishing efforts, preventing any further damage or injuries. Yugo had the children under the care of the corpse since mother had fainted. How did the explosion happen? That's what I want to know.
順当に考えりゃミロが撒いたあの薬品だろ
Jeez, the medicine explosion? Was it like... What was that called? Not arsenic. What's it called? I know what it's called.
薬品の中には衝撃を与えるだけで爆発したり有害物質を発するものもあるとどっ
Nitroglycerin.
かで聞いたことがあるな
Nitroglycerin would do that. I think that's how they
でも、
they found out
病
about
院の
it.
先生
It
が
blew up
俺
the
の診
lab or
察ついで
something.
に
If
確認してくれた感じだと、
I remember correctly. They actually blew up their lab with
あ
nitroglycerin.
れは血液検査用の薬品で、別の薬品と適当に混ぜ合わせでもしない限り危険はないって言ってたけど
And
な。
what was it mixed with?
仮に原因だとして、どうして直接こぼれたアドルフたちのそばじゃなく、俺たちがいた方で爆発が起きたのか。
Probably because of me. It's not you! Sorry. I held myself back from voicing my thoughts, as it would only interrupt their conversation, or it might have been the fumes that caught.
ただの偶然だろ。あの薬の出所についてはミロから聞き出してくれるよ。
Now you little
マムに
brat, you
頼んで
almost killed us all.
俺たちにはこれ以上厄介ごとの調査
Wasn't
に
my
避け
fault, it
る
was that
余裕がねえから
brat's
な。
fault. Trying to kill me. Do you mean?
おや、
Hi,
セレス
beautiful.
君。無事に戻られたようで何よりです。
Oh, he's so... I love it.
イブ君も元気になったのでしょうか。
What's with that awkwardness?
なってますよ、ちゃんと。このぐるぐる巻きの包帯はヒューゴが大げさに心配して強引に巻いてっただけですから。
I'm suspicious. Something happened. What was that?
ほら、やけどや傷自体はそんなに目立たないでしょ。
What was Lucas's... What was that? Does he not like Eves? What's going on?
おや、確かにイブ君は運に恵まれた、いえ、神に愛されている子ですね。
I'm confused. Something's up. They're not telling me everything. What happened? I heard ribs cracking.
その幸運の代わりにアドルフに肋骨一本折られちゃいましたけど。
Huh? I quickly turned towards Adolf.
実はさ、君があの場を去った後、アドルフが最後にダメ元の心肺蘇生を試みたらしくて、
I'll get these names, I swear.
相当な力を入れたみたいでさ、こうバキッと勢いよく折れちゃったみたいなんだよね。
Well, that just means you're doing CPR will crack your ribs. It will do that.
でもその衝撃のおかげで奇跡的に俺の心臓はもう一度動き出してどうにか助かったんだ。
What was it? In the military? Maybe just in the Marines? A friend of mine, he was in the Marines and they were doing their run. One of the guys went off to the side and then he like fell to the ground. So the drill instructor, sorry, I'm going story time. So the drill instructor ran up. What's the drill instructor? Sergeant or whatever his name is. He ran up and started screaming at him, but the guy wasn't moving. So he felt his pulse and he was dead. His heart wasn't beating. The instructor goes, oh shit. He punches the guy in the chest as hard as he can and then kicked and started his heart. And the guy woke up. He's like, what? And then, of course, they sent him back in the ambulance and stuff. And then he died. They brought him back again. So he got an honorable discharge. But I'm like, yeah, you can shock the heart back. If you punch someone in the chest hard enough. I'm like, what is wrong with you Marines? Why would you just... What? I've never even heard of that before. But anyway, yeah, okay. I guess maybe Adolf shocked his heart. Sorry, I know too many people with wild stories. I had no idea.
感謝こそすれ文句を言うつ
I
もり
thought
はないけ
Lucas
ど
did something.
まっすぐなアドルフらしいよね。
I don't know. Lucas was acting weird. I don't know. Something's
だ
up.
からそれは俺じゃねえって言ってんだろ。
おや、
Huh? The sidelong glance that Adolf gave Lucas made me laugh for the first time in a while. Adolf, it's not often I see you joking around. How could such a gentle teacher break someone's bones like that? If anything, Lucas would break his own arm before anyone's ribs were broken. Oh, they're saying Lucas did it.
だよね。アドルフ、さっきからずっとこの冗談を言い通しててさ、気に入ってるのかな。
なんともお恥ず
So
か
he
しい。
just punched him in the chest. They kind of look related.
私が皆さんのようにたくまし
Are
け
they
れば、
twins? No,
その
he's
話
older.
にも信憑性が生まれたのでしょうが。
So if you have a kid, you wouldn't be around for very
こ
long.
んな形で彼女の心に
Oh, so he was
消えな
angry
い
that he
傷を
left
残
us
して
with
いくな
a
ど。
scar. Oh,
なん
sweet.
て
So he got angry and punched him in the chest. Oh, so he did do it. Oh, so he did punch him. Is that right? Jeez, Lucas. Well then. I don't... What is it? You don't look so good.
いや、もういい。
So, he got angry and punched him in the chest.
こんな衛星やさ男め。
Oh, is Lucas a fake? Is Lucas a faker?
何のお話でしょうか。
I like you. I'm gonna have fun with you, Lucas. Anyway, we're confused. For some reason, Adolf looks like he was forcing bugs down his throat. Lucas is not as he appears.
さてと。じゃあ、君の無事も確認できたことだし、
I like
俺
this.
もそろそろ動き出そうかな。
Blue is such a great color. Ugh.
君のベッド、勝手に借りちゃってごめんね。空き部屋が他になかったから。
Sorry, just kind of had a coughing fit. I apologize. No, I don't mind. Probably smells like you. Anyway, I'm not gonna make that comment. Never mind. Was there somewhere you were planning to go, Eve? You're still injured. Yeah, you can stay here as long as you want. I'll sleep on the floor. We can share a bed. I don't care. Despite not showing any pain, he still had a broken rib.
状況が変わった。今、イブに抜けられるのは困る。
Oh. That sucks. I'm sorry, Eve.
お前が戻る直前に知らせが入った。昨晩、例の妙な死体がまた、クーネの路地で見つかったらしい。
Oh, God. What?
薬を取りに一度家に戻った際、何やら騒ぎになっていましたが、そういうことでしたか。
Adolf nodded in response to Lucas, who lived near the wealthy district.
今回の事件が起きたのは、
He looks like he would. He looks kind of very princely.
さすがに他の区でも噂になってるだろう。
だから思い切って、あの国住んでる人たちにも聞き取り調査をしてみようって方針になってね。
I see. If that was the case, I couldn't stop Eve from leaving just because I was worried about his recovery. The corpse must need as many hands as they could get to attend to the deaths and manage the public. Yeah, all hands on deck. I should stay here to clean up the hallway and wait for... I stopped mid-sentence.
そしてそのまま一度日常に戻り、契約について考えてみてくれ。
He is the most... I don't know him or Lucas is the most beautiful, but he's so pretty. Oh, pretty men all over in this game.
そうすれば、いやが王にも君はまた新たな死に向き合うことになるだろう。
So beautiful.
果たして優しい君がそれを放置してまで自らの死を選ぶか。
He knows us.
私はこのリコリスの花園から高みの見物をさせてもらうよ。
Always watching. The situation was similar to what he said. Even so, I felt a different sense of self-loathing from not taking action myself. I spent a lot of time feeling sorry for myself. Exactly. I would force a smile on my face, but not do anything to change the situation I was in. Exactly. I just accepted my powerlessness. Like, I was thinking, if she was so afraid of hurting people, why'd she keep moving into different orphanages? Why didn't she just, like, live out in the woods or something? Which is why I quickly corrected myself. Please. Can I please go with you during your investigations? Yeah, I'd be like, what? The three of them, particularly Adolf, widened their eyes in surprise. But their expression quickly became stern. They're probably gonna say no. So I didn't think
あの
so.
事件には他殺も混じってんの忘れたか。下手に関わりゃ犯人に目をつけられる可能性も。
Well, yes, I fully understand that, but, well, I want to. I want to repay Eves for saving me. Eves pointed to himself with a startled look on his face. It wouldn't help if Eves dropped out of the investigations because of his injuries, right? I learned from Mother how to take care of patients and administer first aid. So please let me help you with the investigations. I can lay low and not get in everyone's way. I'll just be his personal physician. Or first aid kit. I expressed my honest desire. Both 7 years ago and now. The person who had saved my life twice was pushing himself to the limit. There was no way that I could stay in the safe haven of this facility while seeing him off to more dangerous business. Aww. Adolph's brows twitched upon hearing my earnest request. Lucas placed a hand on Adolph's shoulders.
彼女がここまで言っているのです。動向を了承しては。
Well, you caved quickly.
それに、事件が再発した以上、クーネの人々がいつまた彼女への不満を訴え、この施設に押し寄せるかわかりません。
Is it Kune? Cool.
それを避けるためにも、一時的にここから離れるのも良いことかと。サロメさん。
Oh, sorry. I thought it was
俺も同意見。幸い彼女の顔はシュディではあまり知られてないし、やり過ごすにはもってこいの場所じゃないかな。それに他のみんなに遺体の回収や警備に尽力してもらってる分、調査を進められるのは
Yeah, let's go to a different town. They
自
won't
警
know her.
団の中だと俺とアドルフ、それにヒューゴの3人だけだ。いくらなんでも少なすぎる。彼女が手伝ってくれるなら俺としてはかなり助かるんだけど。
Adolf groaned at the unexpected support from the two of them, and eventually let out a sigh of resignation.
また勝手に俺たちから離れるような真似はす
Stay
る
where
な
we
よ。
can see you. Yes, I promise. Thank you, Adolf. He's obviously not in agreement, but in the end, he finally gave up his approval for me to join the corps in their investigation. Well, you're outnumbered, dude. 2-1, sucker, you lost. The wealthy district. Chedis? Chedis? Surrounded by the research district of Kerniville, it was inhabited by the affluent residents of Arpachale? I don't know. I'm sorry. I really try. I don't know. Most who lived here were business magnates and others established in commerce. Naturally, they were all able to save money easily and revive as relivers. Those born in this district, or those who had contributed greatly to the country, granted a surname in the same way that Lucas was called Monsieur Proust. So he can become a reliver if he wanted to. Wow, is this an electric car? I've heard about them. But you don't have DNA and fingerprint. Well, you don't have fingerprinting and dental records to identify the bodies? Sorry. How are there a lot of them driving around Chedis?
シュディに来るのはこれが初めて？
Obviously. It is in a sense. I've only ever passed through it while running errands to Kerniville.
俺もヒューゴの実家への顔出しにたまに付き合う程度だからあまり馴染みがないかな。
Okay. That's Adolf, who gave me a look as if to say he didn't come here often either. Hugo's a rich boy. I could see that from Hugo. We spotted Hugo waving at us in front of a large fountain. I can see Hugo being a rich boy.
言った通り普段着できたな。自警団の服じゃどうしても悪目立ちするからよ。で、なんでセレスまでここに？
You just noticed me?
頼もしい助っ人さん。事情は後で話すけど、しばらく俺たちの調査を手伝ってくれるって。
そうか。そういうことなら、まあ、よろしく頼むわ。
はい。
シュディは自動車や馬車で道が横断されやすい。迷子にならないよう気をつけろよ。
Is it Chitty? Chitty? Okay. Thanks, I guess.
で、ヒューゴ、この区を巡回する近衛兵たちはどうした？
Did they leave?
お忙しいみたいだぜ。一目惚れしたお嬢さんをそりゃあ情熱的に口説いている。
They're slackers. Hugo motioned with his thumb, and we all turned to look. A group of young, lavishly uniformed men were surrounding a young woman. Yeah, that'll make her comfortable. And not intimidated at all. Are they part of the Royal Guard? This was the first time I'd seen them. I didn't get to see them. What's the lavish outfits? The Royal Guard. It's the only military unit under the direct command of the royal family, I would assume. They rarely ever appeared in Cohen. Apart from collecting taxes and apprehending criminals. Ah, so they're tax collectors. Everyone loves tax collectors, don't we? I heard the main task was to guard the people of Chedi, who donated large sums to the palace and the carnival, but not the people who don't, apparently. Yeah, she doesn't sound happy. Yeah, I kind of figured. They had a bad reputation for causing trouble and failing to treat Cohen's residents with respect. Sound like dicks. The young woman slapped away the single copper coin offered to her by one of the soldiers who laughed heartedly.
これは驚いた。貴様、自分にこの金以上の価値があると。
Here's the thing.
そう主張したいのか?
Prostitutes, I doubt she is one, set their own pricing. You don't set the pricing. They do.
永遠に汚れた肉体を持つ低俗な女にはむしろ過ぎた金だろうに。
How about go screw yourself?
貴様らのような下手者相手にこれ以上の金を払う物好きなどいるはずないだろう。
Well, you approached me, so obviously no one wants you either. Oh, she is a prostitute. Poor girl. Tell him to go fuck off. You're so horrible. Idolf pinched his brow.
まだ真っ昼間だってのに何してんだあの無能ども。
Being assholes.
あれもあいつらにとっちゃ健康な肉体を保つための大切なお仕事なんじゃねえの。
Yeah, but she turned them down, so
ス
they
レス
don't...
は娼婦を見るの初めてか?
No. No, I've heard that it's common occupation in impoverished areas outside of the orphanage. Hugo nodded in response and gave a huge sigh as he looked at the guards again.
案外娼婦はクーネよりもシュディでの需要の方が高い。
So this Kune, okay.
生地儲かってる分日頃から暇を持て余してるからな、ここの連中は。
So it's not impoverished area, it's the rich area.
娼婦も娼婦で高い金で買ってくれる男を探してこっち側に来た結果。
ああいう手合いに絡まれることが多いってことか。
Ugh.
あそこまでやるバカはこの衛兵ぐらいだ。うちの実家まで一緒くたにすんなよ。
He's like, don't blame me. I want to help her. Aren't you going to help? I want to help her. Is there any way I can help her? Adolf?
いや、
Adolf?
少し意外だと思ってな。
Why?
助けようじゃなく、助けたいか。
Do I not? I mean, I guess we usually don't.
止めること自体は多分難しくないと思うけど。
But what, Eves?
この衛兵たちから彼女を助けてそれで解決とは多分いかないんじゃないかな。
Yeah, what do you mean? They'll come back after her tomorrow. The soldiers suddenly grabbed her arm. Hugo's and Adolf's expressions turned grim, not expecting the guard to resort to aggression so soon.
彼女を助けたいなら君の力を少しだけ借りていい？
Huh? What are we gonna do? Eve gently took my hand and began to walk toward the guards. What are we doing?
おとなしくこっちに来い。
Ew.
汚れた身で我らの相手ができるのだぞ。
She's so filthy. Why are you so...
拒否する理由など。
Why are you so adamant about it has to be her?
あるに決まってんでしょ。私だって好きで汚れたわけじゃ。
違うよ。君は汚れてなんかいない。
Wouldn't they be filthy by sleeping with her?
自分自身を安易に売り払おうとしなかった。気高く素敵な女性
I
だ。
like you, Eve. You're so sweet.
だからきっといつかそんな君を本気で愛してくれる男性が現れるはず。
Aww. Eve spoke sweetly to the teary-eyed woman the moment we arrived. Aw, he's a sweetheart. Taking advantage of the soldiers' shock, he removed their hands from the woman's arms and pulled her away. He led her to me, then turned around and stood in front of us. Yeah, and you guys did jack diddly squat.
なんだ貴様は。身なりからしてクーネの一般人か。末端とはいえ王族に連なる我らに許可なく触れるとは不敬者め。
Yeah, well, I heard that many of the royal family's distant relatives end up joining the royal guard. I guess it really is true. I watched on while supporting the woman beside me who was still unsteady on her feet. Eve smiled gently.
すみません。彼女がいつ転倒してもおかしくない体勢だったもので。それにこの衛兵の皆さんまで巻き込まれないか心配でつい。どうか無礼をお許しください。
I'll just go after her tomorrow. The guards were well aware that he said it only to keep the woman away from them. But the person in front of them was someone from Cohen, wearing a peculiar mask on his face. People around us began to take notice of the confrontation and gathered into a crowd. If the guards continued to fight over this woman, they'd be the ones questioned about their actions and lack of common sense. The guards looked at each other before finally deciding to go along with Eve's.
まあいいだろう。以後は己の立場をわきまえろよ。
はい。ご忠告ありがとうございます。
You guys probably suck at your jobs anyway. Or, you know, suck at fighting. Eve sent the disgruntled soldiers off with a smile. Are you alright?
うっさいわね。事情も知らずに心配なんてしないでくれる。
Ship just left her. I couldn't say a word in response. It was then I noticed a small tattoo of a flower peeking from her exposed chest. She's a reliver? I was honestly surprised. I assumed she worked this job for the money, but she had enough to become a reliver once. Or... I wonder if she's always worked this job to become a reliver. If so, what the soldier said about her body being forever sullied.
ねえ、君から見て彼女はどんな女性？
Unless she was forced to be a reliver and she didn't want to. Huh?
何でもいいから、同じ女性として感じた印象をそのまま言ってみてくれる？
Well, I'm grateful for one. Whatever comes to mind? Pause for a moment before voicing my honest thoughts. I think she's very beautiful.
それから？
And she's just tall and has a lovely silhouette. The colors of her makeup look so elegant and suit her face. I think it brings out her beauty really well. I guess I'm not as nice. Seeing someone so beautiful standing in front of me was making me speak like never before. Before I knew it, my confusion about the situation turned into admiration and awe. Her long black hair is so glossy and pretty, it looks like she takes good care of it with plant oils to make it shine. I'm a little envious, my hair color is pale and doesn't look anything like yours.
さっきから何なのよあんた。そんな褒めたって私は女相手に商売する気なんてないわよ。
But you do business with us.
ともかく
She was no longer teary-eyed. I could see just how resilient she was. As she blushed a bright red, Eve quickly asked me one more question.
それじゃ最後。
But
君から見て彼女はあの兵士たちが言っていたような女性に見えた？
not at all. I responded instinctively. It was nice seeing how she stood up to them. I like that. Not just outer beauty, but her confidence makes her beautiful too. Aww. I finally returned to my senses when I saw how wide-eyed she was. I'm just talking. Oh, I'm sorry. I should watch what I'm saying. Wait, did he make us do it?
偉そうも何も事実だろ。
Right.
同性から見てもいい女だってのに、あいつらと来たら見る目がないね。
They were going after her because she was beautiful. That's why they were so persistent. They were just saying mean things to bring her down. They both joined the conversation, expressing their genuine thoughts. Never, ever.
そんなこと初めて言われた。
Well, a lot of people are stupid then.
娼婦のリライバーならどう着飾ろうと価値は変わらないって。みんな揃ってそういうのに。
Her eyes were filled with tears different from the ones that we saw before. Aww. Feel bad for her.
今回は助かったけど、もう私の仕事の邪魔をしないでよね。
Alright, you little tsundere, lovely. Bye.
けど、助けてくれてありがとう。
I would just say no royal guard
今後は
ever.
慎重に相手を選ぶっていうか。これ、うちの店の住所。あんたらが客として来たなら、まあ特別に値引きしてあげなくもないわよ。
Go for it.
あ、来るなら私が夢を叶えてあの店を出るまでに来なさいよね。
She spoke in a daring manner before gracefully turning on her heel and heading back towards the commoner district.
値引きも何もいかねえよ。
けどあの様子ならもう大丈夫そうだね。
I have to admit, this has changed my image of Relivers living a happy life without any worries.
まあな、リライバーで同じ体を作り続けていくからこそ差別されることもある。実際には細胞単位で丸ごと体を取り替えるわけだから。
Yeah, it's much brand new.
いわゆる男女の経験だの、汚れも何もねえんだけどな。
同一人物として生きていく以上、一度他人から押された烙印は
Oh, the joy of
そう
reputation.
簡単には拭えない。
I could easily believe that what Eves said was true from his serious tone.
同情はするなよ。あいつらだってそれを承知で。
Yeah, that's the thing. She
延
still
命のために
chose to do
金を
it.
稼いでんだ。
Still chose to do it. Yes, I understand. Her eyes were shining brightly as a woman determined to live life the way she decided. I didn't feel pity for her, only admiration. Still, I could only hope that she didn't have to endure such mindless abuse from people again. Well, she probably will. That was my only concern. Yeah, she probably, unfortunately, will, though. Because people suck. Having avoided trouble for the time being, we set out to fulfill our initial objective. Yeah, we kind of got it sidetracked. We separated into pairs and asked the residents and the guards about the incident. But the results weren't very good.
クーネのことはクーネで何とかしろ。そちらの事件に我らは一切関与しない。
Sounds like all of the royal guard is assholes. Guards all said the same thing. Yeah, they all are assholes. Well, what? As for the residents,
他殺したい。一体何のことを言っているのかな。
I kind of figured. Why are we asking them again? Huh? Haven't you heard about the murder that happened last night near Chedis? Chede?
それは。
I'm
知らないと言ってるだ
Oh,
ろ。
so they do know,
ク
but
ーネ
they're
に何が起きてるのかは知らないが、物騒な話は平和なシュディに持ち込まないでくれ。
Chede. As soon as we asked about the incident, the residents quickly took their leave, so they know something. We gathered again, pondering what to do with the little progress we were making. Suddenly, an electric car stopped in front of us.
こりゃまた結構な高級車で開発されたばっかの最新型じゃねえか。
Is that really the time? Hugo spoke with admiration as we gazed at the expensive-looking vehicle. When?
物質家に失礼。
Hey, I remember you.
皆様がクーネを守護しているという自警団の方々でいらっしゃいますか？
Handsome, clean-cut man. Clean-cut. I guess long hair can be clean-cut. Clean-cut man in fine tailcoat. In a fine tailcoat came out of the car. Unlike the others who tried to avoid answering our questions, he was very polite and spoke to us in a courteous manner.
その通りだが、俺たちに何か用か？
Oh, I know your name, kitty.
はい。私、
Gene!
とある屋敷に仕えております。
I thought he was a
執事
brother.
のジャンと申します。例の事件をあなた方が調査していると聞き、ご助力すべく使いとして参りました。それを望まれた我が主が屋敷にてお待ちです。きっと皆様にとって有益な情報をご提供できるかと思いますので、どうかご招待させていただいても。
As long as everyone else comes with me, I guess. Why not? Let's all get in the pretty car. We decided to accept Jean's offer. Jean. We were initially suspicious of the sudden invitation, but we came to the conclusion that if we couldn't leave without any results. Sorry. Trying to not choke on my cough. We boarded his car and drove through the streets of Chedis until we finally arrived at the large mansion. It was so large that just looking up at it hurt my neck.
うわ
It's pretty.
でけえな。
うちの実家以上だぞこりゃ。
Well, this guy's obviously richer than your family. It's a 3-story. Excuse me, Jean? Hope it's not improper that I'm dressed in my usual clothing.
大丈夫ですよ。住民は私と主人以外おりませんので、
Why you have a giant
そう
mansion?
緊張なさらないでください。
Okay.
いっそご実家で過ごされているかのごとくくつろがれても問題ありません。
I couldn't believe this was happening. I was also pretty sure that the other three were thinking the same thing as they looked around. We walked past the garden into the house. The stately atmosphere of the interior was intimidating.
さてと、
Jane stopped and looked at the flight of stairs heading up.
申し訳ございません。本来ならば客間にて顔合わせを
Can you not go
と
down
思
the
ってい
stairs?
たのですが、直前になって怖くなったのか、主がごねてこの先にある部屋にこもってしまいまして。
Oh, so okay. So something scared him. Okay. Jane smiled bitterly before starting up the stairs. Oh. He led us to a room that looked to be some kind of attic refuge. It's this panic room, guys. What lay beyond the door was... Ah, hi, cutie, cutie. Hi. A wall of books with more on the floor. Ah, it sounds like my dream room. Hi, cutie. Are you younger than me? Behind one book was a young man trying his best to hide his face. You're adorable. Silence filled the room at the odd sight. Maybe an introvert, but I'm not this bad. The young man continued to hide his face as he took some peeks at us. He's so adorable! Oh, I tried to break the silence when... That's so cute! I love that room. The young man let out a quiet whimper and hid his face fully behind the book. It did little to hide the rest of his body.
この屋敷の子かな？
I think this is the
主
master
人
of the
はどこ
house.
だ？子供一人放置して何してやがる？
He's the master, he's the kid. He's the master of the house.
申し訳ございません。ですが、
Oh, he's so cute.
目の前にいるその子供が
How old is he?
私の主人でございます。
Everyone exclaimed in disbelief.
さあ、坊ちゃん、自己紹介を。皆様をお招きすると決めたのは坊ちゃんでしょ。
He's like, you told me to go get these
この
people.
ままではろくに会話もできないまま帰られてしまいますよ。
You're cute. Come on. Ah, he's so cute. Urged by Jean, the young man finally mustered his strength to speak.
はじめまして。
Aww.
僕がこの屋敷の主マティス。
Ah, Mathis, you're so cute.
マティス・クロード
Oh, you're so
です。
adorable.
皆さんがクーネの殺人事件を追っていると噂で聞いて。
I swear I need to write down how these names are
そ
sound.
の協力のためにジャンを
Is it
使い
John
に出しました。
or Jean?
よろしくお願いします。
Just then, John? Jean? I'm gonna keep saying Jean. Dragged Matthias out of the room and led us all to the drawing room. Nervously sat on the expensive furniture and looked at Matthias. Behind him stood the dignified Jean, ready to serve at moment's notice. Perhaps it was because he lost his book that he had been using as a shield, but Matthias was anxiously looking around the room. Should we just like hide him
主
behind
人
the
が皆
screen?
様になれるまで私の方からご説明を。クロード家は代々国立研究所のリライバー施設に多大な出資をしつつ、
Okay.
あらゆる書物の発行、すなわち出版を生業にしてきた家系でございます。その現当主が我が主マティス様です。
Mathis, yeah.
クロード家って、おいおい、かなりの大物じゃねえか。聞けば一時期とある王族にその知識を買われて文官として仕えてたって話だろ。
Are those like DNA helixes? Sorry, the sculptures keep distracting me.
それに
That
紙の原
seashell
料に
in
な
the
る
glass?
森林地帯も所有してるんじゃなかったか。
はい、おっしゃる通りでございます。とはいえ現在は先代である両親がお亡くなりになり、権利を他者へ売り払ってしまいましたが、それでも残された遺産は膨大。坊ちゃんはそのお金で私を雇い続け、本と誇りだらけの不衛生な環境の中引きこもりつつ生活されているのです。
My dream right there. I see. Was it just me or did this butler just say something horribly rude about his master? Nah, it's fine.
その坊ちゃんとやらが俺たちに何の
Yeah,
用
why'd he get us? He's so cute. Don't scare him. He's still a child.
あのな、よく見てみろ。
He's a reliver, isn't
こ
he?
いつは華奢で童顔だが、年はお前とそう変わらねえぞ。
Okay.
多分、身長もそれなりにある。
So he's hunching over. Adolphe went on to say that I probably didn't notice because we were all sitting, to which she nodded in agreement.
はい、坊ちゃんは今
Oh,
年で
he's 17.
17歳。
Okay.
同年代に比べれば小柄ですが、そこそこ身長もございます。
So he's a tall, lanky one. Okay.
俺とたったの一つ違い。
You're 18. Wait, yeah, we're 18, right?
あと3は下かと思ったぜ。すげえな。これが遺伝子の神秘か。
But he's a reliver
そういう
too.
も若々しい家系なのか。
ごめんなさい。
so cute.
年相応に見えなくてごめんなさい。
ああ、いや別に責めてるわけじゃねえよ。なんで初対面の相手にそこまでビクビクしてんだ。
Yeah, why are you scared of us? Hugo scratched his head with a mix of frustration and confusion. But by addressing the obvious, his words somehow eased the unusual tension in the room. Matthias reluctantly continued where Jean left off.
あなた方が調べているっていう死体事件。
Yes.
そのうちの他殺の方に僕は
Sorry. His stuttering got me confused. Really? I leaned forward in my seat and Matthias anxiously nodded in response.
はい。胸に
Are they...
穴が大きく開いて探検が突き刺さっていた
How do you know
で
this?
すよね。
How do you know this?
実はこのシュディでは過去同じ手口で人が殺されたことが。
And no one's doing anything? Well, that's weird. Everyone sat up in their seats and looked at Matthias in a serious manner.
その殺人事件は
What's going on?
数年前から一定の頻度で起きていました。誰もが寝静まった夜に
Oh, they're even going in people's
何者
homes.
かが屋敷へと侵入し、老若男女関係なく住人全員を
That is
惨
nuts.
殺。最後に自分の犯行を主張するかのように探検を刺し
Ooh.
遺体を残していく。その圧倒的な強さと犯人はこのシュディでブローと呼ばれ、
Bro?
今もなお恐れられています。
I want to know what this is. Service victims. Okay, that didn't explain anything. I already knew that.
手口
Alright, no glossary from now on. It doesn't explain shit.
皆さんが発見した遺体も奴の仕業かと。
ちょっと待て。お前の話を疑うわけじゃねえが、そんな物騒な事件がどうしてクーネに一切共有されてないんだ。
それは
They don't give a crap about this, obviously.
他ならぬこの衛兵たち。いえ、王族が
Yeah,
情報
Gagger,
を
yeah.
規制、観光令を敷いたからに他なりません。
Don't want anyone else to know. She's sorry. I keep seeing something out of the corner of my eye and it's freaking me out. A gag order? So what you're saying is the murders were deliberately concealed from the rest of the island? Shane nodded in response. So the reason no one told us anything wasn't because they didn't know, but because the guard had forbidden anyone in the district from saying anything? Yep, sounds like it.
どうしてわざわざ
Sounds like the government.
口ぶりからしてそのブローはまだ捕まってないんだろ。観光令なんて敷いたら
It's because they know who it is and they
何ま
don't
で共有
want,
できず
which
民
means
を
it's
危
someone
険に
high
さ
up.
らすだけじゃないか。
Someone very prominent. That's usually why the government hides things, because they know who it is, but they won't want to let everyone else know.
自警団の方にも要請すりゃ、警護や捕獲の協力ができたってのに。
But they don't want him caught.
その意見はもっともです。でも仮にそうしても、
Why?
ブローの犯行を防ぐことは無理だったかと。むしろ無意味に被害者が増えただけだと思います。この衛兵も最初はそれなりに対策をしていたんです。
Well, they suck at their
人々
job,
に
so I
警
mean,
戒を促し、 巡回もこまめに行って、次に狙われそうな要人が住む屋敷の警護もしていました。
This kind of reminds me of a book I read once.
それが功を奏して、ブローに遭遇できた兵もいます。
でも
全員一人残らず、
Ooh. Someone knows how to
返
fight.
り討ちに。
I'm just impressed he was able to get that many people in the back alley all at once. Unless he took time and drug
す
them all
な
back
わ
there.
ち王族自慢のエリート部隊が仲良くブローに皆殺しにされました。挙句
Crazy.
手も足も出なかったようで、犯人の血の一滴すら回収できなかったありさまだったとか。
Well, you wouldn't know because it would be mixed in with all the other blood, but cool. Sure, fine. The Royal Guard was formed to protect the royal family. Regardless of their questionable behavior, all of them were skilled soldiers. At least, that was how Adolf describes them to me before. I felt a sudden chill. The thought that someone strong enough to kill the Royal Guard was lurking around Kuin scared me.
そういった経緯もあって、この衛兵たちはブローを恐れ、
Kind of reminds me
積極的な巡回をしなくなり、
of... It reminds me of the Axeman of New Orleans a little bit.
挙句
They never caught that guy.
この件に
He
つい
just
て
stopped one time.
触れ回るなと観光令を敷いてしまって。
皆様もご存知でしょうが、この衛兵は王族の東園から結成された先民意識の高いリライバー部隊。
Yeah.
自らや仲間の無様な失態を他の区の方々へと吹聴されるのを嫌がったのでしょう。
I get that, I guess.
ただでさえこの衛兵は民からの信頼がなく、
Well,
自
maybe
警団
they
の
should
方が
stop.
頼れる
They should stop being assholes, and people
日
might
頃か
actually
ら
like
ささ
them.
やかれておりますから。
そんな理由で観光令を。
Well, maybe stop being incompetent.
ゴミみてえなプライドだな。
Exactly.
その情報が来てりゃこっちも巡回強化できたってのに。
Pride, man, it'll get people killed. Pride always gets people
で
killed.
も正直クーネでブローが活動を始めたことには
Probably means
僕も驚いて、
probably means he's not finding what he wants in this area anymore.
今まではずっとこのシュディでだけ犯行を行っていましたから。
Means he's looking for something in particular. Or they are. I
そ
don't
の
know
理
if
由
they're
に
man or
心
woman
当
or
たりは？
what, but
犯人は快楽殺人者の説が濃厚なので、
more than murdering rich people.
とシュディの人間だけでは物足りなくなってしまったんでしょう。きっとあの件だって思考を変えた奴が企てたことに決まって。
What do you mean by other incidents? Something else happened? This is. I'm really invested in this. I
そう
like
なんで
this.
す。実は最近
坊ちゃん、
Oh. Jean spoke from behind Matthias in a low voice.
あの件に関しましてはあくまで坊ちゃんの想像に過ぎません。
He's so pretty. Everyone's freaking pretty in this game.
それに結末が見えているだけに年頃の女性に聞かせるには酷な内容かと。
そっか。そうだよね。ありがとう。ジャンが止めてくれてよかった。
いいえ、未熟な坊ちゃんをフォローするのが俺の役割ですから。
ごめんなさい。ただの気のせい
I always like to hear
という
speculation.
か、この場には関係ないことでした。
As for me to decide, sir. Matthiasen straightened his back from his hunched over position from before. His brows, which had been drooping, raised with a sense of earnest resolve.
僕はジャンと共に
Why is
この衛兵の監視をかいくぐってそのブローを追ってるんです。最近は奴の活動も静かになって手詰まりだったけど、 クーネで事件が起きたことで不謹慎ですが、最新の動向を得ることができました。
He looked around the room for a moment, which seemed to unnerve him again.
なので同様の事件を追う皆さんの力にというか透明のようなものを
Yeah, team
含め
up!
れば
Let's team up with the cutie.
と思って、ただ申し訳ないんですが、変死の方に心当たりは全く。
You're fine, sweetie.
なるほどな。
変死の方は未だに死因が断定できてない。なら最優先で対処が必要なのは
他殺が確定してるブローを止めることだな。
Sorry, it's throwing me off because all these names are from different languages.
と考えると、
あ
閉鎖的なシュリーで連携してくれる支援者がいるのは正直すごく助かるね。
俺実家とは顔出しするだけの中でほぼ口も利かねえ感動状態だしな。
They kicked him out? But are you really okay with this, Monsieur Claude? I should have figured it's Monsieur, so it should... Helping us with our investigation means that you're defying the orders of the royal family, right? If they find out, aren't they going to punish?
構いません。
It's like, I have all the money, not them. Matthias quickly stopped me mid-sentence with a desperate voice. His body shook, his fist trembling on his lap.
僕は
Oh, so his family was killed by this
数
guy.
年前
Aww.
大切な
Aww, our sweetie.
兄を
I know we don't know him, but I want to give him
ブ
a
ロー
hug.
に
Aww.
殺されました。
Aww, sweetheart. Time suddenly froze.
バックアッ
Aww.
プ取っていなかったから兄さんはもう
Aww. Stop making me cry!
ドライバーとしても
Aww.
戻ってこない。
Tears like glass fell onto his fists. Aw, poor sweetheart.
何も殺されるような悪いことなんてしていなかった。
Poor thing.
むしろ両親から嫌われていた僕をいつも守ってくれていた。世界中の誰よりも
Ah, stop making me
優
tear up.
しい人だったのに、それをあいつはまるでおもちゃのように。
Aww. Sweet. Monsieur Claude, you saw your brother being murdered? Jean quickly shook his head in response.
正確にはお兄様が殺された直後に
Aw.
現場に駆けつけられて。
So sad.
どっちにしろきついもんだな。
Oh, poor thing. I want to give him a hug. Matthias roughly dried his tears on his sleeve.
だから僕は兄さんの仇を取りたい。あいつを兄さんの仇をこの手で殺したいんです。
I totally would let him. I would.
そのためにもどうか皆さんの力を貸してください。
Aww, I want to hug him. Kill. The young, frail-looking man spoke with such hatred it was overwhelming. It was dangerous. A child shouldn't be involved. You're a year older than him. That was what I could imagine Adolf and the others saying to him. But his heartbreaking story prevented anyone from resorting to such cliched responses. After some time, Adolf broke the long silence.
支援による殺人の手伝いはできねえ。犯罪者は捕らえてもこの衛兵に引
Oh,
き
I would
渡し
totally let him.
法にのっとり裁きを受けさせることになってるからな。
I'd let him. I would.
だが私虐性からしてあの晩の犯行だけでおとなしくなるとは思えないし、 これ以上黙って被害者を出すわけにもいかねえ。
Wonder if it's a reliver who went crazy.
お互い協力しつつ、いざブローに遭遇したら、俺たちは君が相手を殺そうとする前に捕まえられるよう視力を尽くす。
Or it's another deity like the Shinigami, like Anko.
そこが妥当な落としどころじゃ
Because
ない
if
か
he
な。
exists, there's gotta be others.
捕まえた後殺したいから身柄をよこせなんて甘ったれな文句はなしだ
Oh,
ぜ
I wanna
坊
hug
っちゃん。
奴を殺したきゃ俺たちを利用しつつうまく出し抜け。
Challenge accepted.
ほう
Matthias, you're so cute. Even if they didn't fully agree, Matthias must have been happy that they didn't refuse him outright.
ありがとうございます。それで十分です。僕この衛兵たちに妨害される前に
No.
最低限の情報だけはこまめに記録していたので、今すぐそれを自分の部屋から持ってきます。
So cute, oh my gosh. Bye, have fun, come back. Quickly. Matthias quickly leapt up from his chair and ran back up toward his attic study. Looked more like his bedroom.
あんなおとなしそうなこの目的が
Dude.
仇への復讐か。
He is literally just a year younger than you. It's not that young. In retrospect, it's really sad.
それほどまでに坊ちゃんにとってお兄様の存在は大きかったのですよ。
John spoke quietly as he refilled my empty teacup.
長くお時間を頂戴してしまい申し訳ありませんでした。
It's fine.
坊ちゃんは少々人見知りでして、話を聞くにも根気が必要だったでしょう。
What you gotta do sometimes. No, not at all. Sean quick chuckled as if to say it was true.
坊ちゃん
That was
の
true.
あの性質は元来のものなのですが、唯一の味方であったお
Yeah, I
兄
bet.
様を殺されてからは
Would
さら
destroy
に
you.
塞ぎ込んでしまいまして、
John let out a deep sigh.
俺としては正直なところ、坊ちゃんには復讐などを忘れて、
It's not gonna happen.
亡くなられたお兄様の分まで平穏に暮らしていただきたいのですが。
あんたも大変だな。つかじゃん、態度砕けていいぜ。その口調猫かぶりだろ。
ほっと気づかれてしまいましたか。
Yeah, he's talking a little.
気づくも何も途中から一人称が俺になってたしね。
俺らはただの自警団だ。取り繕う必要はね。
He's like a bodyguard, right?
ありがとうございます。では以後は俺と。敬語は元からの癖ですから気にしないでくださいね。同盟を抜きにしてもどうか坊ちゃんともども仲良くしていただけると嬉しいです。
Aw, I like John. I hope he's not a terrible person. I really hope he's not awful. As Matthias continued to collect whatever materials he intended on sharing with us, we were given permission to wander freely around the grand house. John even offered us use of the billiard room to pass the time, but as I wasn't interested in playing, I quietly decided to walk outside. Alright. I'm gonna end it here. My throat is killing me. So we will continue this mystery unfolding before us next time. Hi. Bye, guys.